honest. It's not like the end of Marley and Me, you're not gonna cry. It's just like, I might cry, I don't know. There's a name for this. This poem is called Masterpiece. When I was a kid, I would only look back. In fact, looking up just didn't make sense. Like, past tense, I was told to let go, but I never could. So I wrote my history on my sleeve, like a guillotine wears an edge, right? Marie Antoinette would shed red valleys at the bottom of me, see, because I had a gift, but I never played the present. When I wrote piano, I didn't write stories, I remembered them. I didn't keep time, I thought back on it. Didn't string notes to chords, I recalled quarter-page notes. Like quarter rests, I'd rest my head on ivory pillows, bookended by ebony walls, and let the headache swell the tempo until it's gone. Hold the pedal, Michael. And song after song I write with ink-blotted brush, I think back on rugged hands that I was dealt, and build car castle rockets so tall that I would never have to fly, but board the windows so the wind wouldn't blow it down. I sang in whispered tones. Ain't no sunshine when he's alone. I hid my needles in haystacks, covered old wallpaper walls with picture families and model family kids, and hid in big city crowds so that I could get away. I loved to pretend that it wasn't me. I looked like it was nothing into the eyes of another A minor chorus, mindlessly sewn into the fabrication that is my own cloth figure, stitches like slur notes, bolted in tune, strewn colors of the scales of another dragon that I could never face. Eighth note, half-rested, quarter of whiskey. When I was young, I could only fall asleep if I tied a string around my finger and the other end to my mother's wrist, so that every one of her twist-turn movements was a reminder of life, like hammer by hammer, string vibrations that would get me calm, so I tied flint-based songs to lost lovers and friends, past relationships and shit only my mother knew about. And when I got tired and couldn't run, like sweet disdain, I'd fall, but my strings would hold me there like a puppet I was from tree branches, sent to swing forward, only to pendulum back at the end of each verse, like repeat to my coda. But when my grandpa told me he loved me for the first time in my life, I wrote a new song. I was just 15, and like 6 years of compositions were in my trash bin that night. And I sang, I once was lost, but now he found me. See, if I didn't know it then, I know it now, that a song isn't meant to resurface just what's buried, but what's hopeful. That a kid shouldn't focus so strongly on his own uncle's suicide. That when you're lost for drunken words, you can't replace pitches with pictures. That it's so much harder to tell where your wind comes from when your leaves are on the ground. See, it's spring for me now, and I thank my grandpa every day that my feet rest firmly where my leaves once were. Full rest, whole note, in a masterpiece. Thank you.